Hello and welcome to Banking Frontiers Live. And this is the fast tracking fintech series where we introduce you to the technology and business leaders from the fintechs in different parts of the world. Let me introduce you today to Mr. Piyush Ranjan, the Chief Technology Officer of CoverFox Insurance, who is going to share some very interesting perspectives on how the insurance landscape is changing from push to hyper personalization models. Piyush, welcome to Banking Frontiers Live for this wonderful discussion with us.
Thank you, Babu, for having me.
How have you seen this interesting technology strategy evolving in a company like CoverFox, where you are putting the technology strategy in line with the business strategy and change management?
You see, CoverFox started off as a B2C organization, right? I mean, it was coverfox.com, which was the primary product of CoverFox Insurance. But we realized after the new management came in, and I came in about 2 years back, that just doing coverfox.com is not easy. The reason is that even now, the online penetration of online sales of insurance in India is minuscule. It's still percentage-wise, it's a very small market and heavily contested. Insurance selling in itself is $100 billion market in India right now. But the online sales is sub 5%. It's closer to 1% than 5% actually. We also realize what our what is our strength. Our strength is technology. We are at the heart a technology company. So we diversified into leveraging the same technology base that we have built to allow various other people to also sell using our platform. This has helped us move away from high burn consumer running after consumer market to more of a technology play. Similarly, we have started something called CoverStack. CoverStack as a platform allows any existing fintech platform, any distributor, financial distributor, to use their platform to monetize their own customers and sell them insurance product, best fit insurance product, I would say. This makes it very easy for someone to add a new line of business to their the existing stack, to their portfolio, to make sure that insurance is being sold alongside the other product that they are selling. And this doesn't always mean that these insurance products are sold as a standalone product. In fact, we enable a lot of NBFCs to actually sell embedded products. These products are typically sold with the loan product that they are already selling, and they are embedded to give a better customer cover or for risk mitigation. And these products then make it very easy for the consumer to have bite-size health policy or a bite-size life policy, and it covers only a specific risk at a very minimal cost, because the distribution costs are very low, the documentation costs are very low, and so on and so forth.
So what are those interesting applications that you have seen rolling out in the last few years that you have been here? And how do you see this technology playing a role?
One of the major things that we have launched is our CoverFox app. App is in the insurance sector is not something new, but our take on the insurance selling platform is on this app is completely fresh. We want the customers to come on board and buy the policy on their own, to understand the policy on their own, to make sure that the consumer choice is there. They buy customer when they come to buy the policies, they are either looking for best fit cover or the cheapest price, right? And we enable both of them. We enable the customer to compare between 20 odd insurance companies or 20 odd insurance products in a seamless manner on a single screen. And at the same time, we also allow the customer to deep dive into the policy parameters in a very seamless manner. And that's our hypothesis with the CoverFox app, that this 1%, 2%, which is transacting online right now, they don't need to be, forced fed by having too many pesky calls and having a lot of agent push. Because by having that, what you have done is you have taken the same agent base that was there on the ground and you have put them in the call center, but the cost is not going away. The key differentiator will come when the cost of distribution actually comes down, and hence the policies themselves stop being missold, or people buying wrong kinds of policy just because the agent told them something. And that's what exactly happens on the ground also. On the ground, people try to sell the policies which might or might not be the best fit policies for the customers. So that is one key initiative that we have taken when it comes to technology.
I would like to bring in our next guest today. His name is Mr. Gaurav Arora, and he heads the financial services practice at Yota. Gaurav, hi, welcome to Banking Frontiers.
Hi, Babu. Thank you for having me. Hi, Piyush. Yeah.
Hey, Gaurav.
Now, you have been working in this area of cloud and data center, and pandemic times, you have seen a lot of thrust in this business as well. One is, of course, the timing and the digitization drive. Both of this must have given you a shot in the arm. What else is playing a role in actually making it successful? Because luck cannot be always be lucky for you every time.
Moving to a cloud or co-locating your services always had a very strong business case, right? But what we are seeing in the marketplace, the reason for adopting cloud, that keeps changing. It's definitely a no-brainer, but when it comes to, when you look back, see the adoption of cloud, it was largely due to the scalability issues enterprises had. Then once that was accepted and they had a reason to start their journey on cloud, they were talking about innovation at speed, leveraging the same cloud. And now what we see in the marketplace is largely it's the resilience, for the security, for, just taking a backseat and making sure everything is taken care of. I think that's playing at the minds of most of our customers we talk to. We are kind of spearheading those conversations, and it's basically enabling the whole digital ecosystem around it. So I think this is a very conscious call by most of the enterprises these days, where they want to concentrate on their core business and just outsource most of the stuff to companies like us, where we are good at. That's our sweet spot.
One of the most important thing is the complexities remain still in the back end, and the business goes as usual in the front end. This is what it is, and that has been pretty successful. Most of these people, any businesses for that matter,
Absolutely.
where it works. One of the other thing that is the ecosystem play. Okay, now ecosystem plays a very important role when it comes to any success of any organization. Piyush, any thoughts on how you work with the other ecosystems in the financial services sector?
We are like an insurance gateway, akin to a payment gateway. We are an insurance gateway. We allow you to connect to other insurance companies, all the insurance companies actually. We are in the middle. We aggregate all the insurance manufacturers on one side and merchants and distributors on the other side. So this allows anybody to onboard insurance journey in a no-code manner. You can just plug cover stack into your website or into your branch distribution network, and you're live. You can start selling insurance from the word go. This kind of plug and play and or no-code architecture allows us to make sure that more and more companies are enabled to sell insurance, and insurance becomes more best fit for the customer. Embedded insurance, for instance, right? Embedded insurance allows insurance to be sold at the point of sale, where some other products are being sold, and you are buying insurance tagged along with it. Imagine this kind of flow to be enabled for crop insurance, for cattle insurance, for health insurance, micro health insurance, right? And can elevate a lot of social issues that we also see on the ground. And in the end, it all comes to distribution, actually, because these products are available. It's just and the market is also there.
So Gaurav, how are you as a technology service provider trying to create newer ecosystems to serve the needs of insurance companies? Like,
I would just broaden the debate a little bit, Babu, talking about a BFSI rather than just insurance. I think when I heard of what Piyush was mentioning about being an aggregator of insurance, right? So I was just trying to correlate that with our business. So what we see us as Yota is right at the intersection of business and technology, right? Where when we go and talk to financial institutions, like including insurance companies, right? I think one thing which bogs them down most is compliance, and it's ever changing, right? And it's SEBI at one end, it's IID at the other end, and so we need certain solutions which are completely out of the box on a SaaS model, where we can come up and package it as a service, right? What we call it, everything is a service, be it compliance as a service, where we run a very close knit program with IDBI Intech for anti-money laundering and compliance as a service. Similarly, for some very fundamental requirements of the financial industry is having a very robust core banking solutions, and right from large private banks to I would say a very small cooperative banks based in rural India. Their actually needs are not much different, but it's the kind of a scale we are talking about. So what we as a technology provider have done is have tie-ups with kinds of core banking service providers, be it Finacle at one end from Infosys, or be it likes of Saraswat or Infrasoft at the other end, right? Where we can satisfy all those needs. And we, as a service provider, what we can do is whatever you need to power these systems, right? Be it compute, storage, security, databases, licenses, we can bundle everything up on a per month, per branch kind of a model and offer to you as a service or via these partners. So I think that's where we have had phenomenal response, of catering to these kind of demands. We see a lot of rural banks now looking for a tier one solution. So it's cross-functional kind of demands, which is kind of emanating from the marketplace. And we are at a sweet spot where we are in a position to address both of these. And as we look forward, explore further from a BFSI standpoint, I mean, there are no dearth of services which we can package it as a service, be it video KYC as a service. You talk about loan origination as a service. You talk about mobile banking as a service, loan collection as a service. So these are the things where we are either have tie-ups or looking for some exciting partnerships to take it to our end customers.
Piyush, how do you see the technology evolving now towards the future? There is competition in the market, but one very interesting thing in the insurance sector is still the market is under-penetrated. The life insurance may be less than 3.5% or whatever it is. The general insurance is sub 2%. Okay. There is a scope for a lot of competition even now at this current juncture, and a lot of innovators need to think out of the box. How do you see technology evolve and support this in the near future?
What you said about general insurance and life insurance being very heavily under penetrated, right? And I would completely agree with that. We are not even scratching the surface. We have not yet scratched the surface, I would say, in India. Even after having 50 insurance companies, and we are still here, even though the market is growing really, really fast. So there is a lot of scope of growth from here. I see B2C digital insurance, that is going to explode in coming decade. The user is looking for that. User is looking for a better experience. User is looking for a cheaper price. User is looking for better CX, right? And all of these things are possible when direct sales happen. Obviously, the paradigm of sale has to change. The way of selling will change quite a lot, and the buying flow itself has to be really much more smoother than what it is right now. All of these things together will make sure that B2C digital insurance will do really well. Apart from that, I see a technology platform like you said, risk, as a service. I see insurance cover stack as insurance selling as a service. It's a SaaS platform, it's a PaaS platform rather, which enables you to sell as an institution insurance in a very seamless manner for your customers. Such platforms, and we are not the only one. We obviously there are many such insurance gateways that are going to come. These insurance gateways together would allow more and more distributors to come in to the insurance selling game and make it easier and more cost effective, and would in turn drive down the distribution cost much lower than what it is right now, right? So these things would definitely be a game changer. Apart from that, I see bite-sized insurance policies more suited to a particular small risk cover rather than a bulky policy is something that would slowly but surely become a thing in future, because there are many contexts and there are many different types of personas, and hyper-personalization will come from there, where people will be able to buy risk cover for a particular need that they have, a particular anticipation that they have about their surroundings, about their environment and things like that. So you should be able to buy a vector-borne diseases risk cover, right? You should be able to buy COVID cover. We saw how COVID cover exploded during the COVID time. Then this was a policy which was not there. It got manufactured and sold, and a lot of it got claimed also during the COVID days, which I feel is what the insurance industry should be. It should be doing fast iteration on product, building smaller products, and having a lower distribution cost to spread these products wide, just like the payment industry has done.
Gaurav, you want to add anything else about how are things going to streamline these operations processes and better experiences, and also do some crystal ball gazing on what is cloud going to do in the future?
I think what I could correct is data is going to explode. Okay, the amount of data, it is exploding and it's going to further explode with all these technologies coming in. And on top of digital technologies, what I spoke of earlier, you're talking about running an automation layer on top of it. So what all of us, this thing will do is churn out more data. Okay, and that's where players like us, where I think we'll have no option but to build more data center parks for the country to fulfill that demand, because at the end of the day, you need an infrastructure to power all these things, right? So be it co-location or cloud. And from a cloud perspective, what we are doing is we're managing multi-cloud strategies, right? Today, if Piyush is running AWS and Azure shop, we are in a great position to manage those workloads for them, along with offering our own public cloud, what we call as a YOTA cloud, and manage it through a single pane of glass. So this is the way I think the market is going to evolve. And what will happen is, if you talk about the largest cloud players across the world, right, they are looking at India. And they are looking at service providers like us to host their infrastructure. Most of the service providers you are aware of, they do not set up their own data centers. Absolutely. They come and host with likes of YOTA. So that's one big bet what we are taking when we keep investing in our business. Yeah.
Fantastic, Gaurav. I think I had a very good understanding basically out of the entire thing that has come up on how the businesses are getting readied for the technology and how the technology sector or the cloud is getting readied for the businesses together. And I would like to keep continuing this conversation as a part of the FinTech Leadership Series, and let us explore more and more such interesting conversations in the future.
Looking forward, Babu. Thank you. Thank you, Piyush. Nice knowing you. Hope to see you sometime in person.
Same here, Gaurav. Thank you so much, Babu. This was very enlightening and very interesting talk.